my friends. The night of the nights has come. The night of the nights. Open your heart and your mind. Move to the rhythm and dance into your own beautiful reality. Beautiful reality. Feel free and expect the unexpected.
Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Now guys, you see the headline to this thumbnail, right? I want to look point, I want to say, boy, somebody hack the advisor channel. I want to say to myself, Jesus Christ, look like Vybz Kartel could drop a big money on the advisor. Because I just clickbait. I him lick him head. I want to go on with the advisor. This is a man from day one, from him start the channel, him a lick out against Vybz Kartel. A theme, main topic that way, and him love beat the man there. So how him a come now about him want Vybz Kartel to turn the Minister of National Security for the island of Jamaica? I do some bull manure him a come with, you know. But guys, if that's the way you think, you're wrong. I honestly, today, as I stand here making this video, I can tell you, well, I'm sitting down actually, but I can tell you that today, if it ever come to a vote for Minister of National Security for the island of Jamaica, I personally would want to see Vybz Kartel, Adija Palmer, become the Minister of National Security of this country. So people go and ask themselves, so what? Did I get hit down on the road to Damascus that me just change my views from Vybz Kartel? So yesterday he was a monster and today he's a good boy? The answer to that is no. I still think that Vybz Kartel is a monster, cold-blooded murderer, and that Vybz Kartel has no place in a normal society. Oh, so you sound confused now. Me still feel the same way about him, and me still want him turn Minister of National Security? That don't make no sense. And I tell you, yes, it makes complete sense. And more want to listen to me, you know. And more want to understand what pushed me to this decision. And I want to look at the rationale behind what I'm saying. And if you now watch out the video, don't come and assume the reasons why you think I'm saying what I'm saying. And assume my motives. So if you're going to comment on this clear and objective stance that I have taken, at least hear me out. First of all, what prompted me to come to this idea? I want you to listen to what the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Michael Holness, said yesterday, Monday, August 12th, in relation to the massacre that occurred in Cherry Tree Lane. And one of the main reasons why I take this position is based on what he said. Or rather, what he failed to say. Now, please listen to this.
The incident is one which cannot be allowed to stand in any way, lest it become the normal routine of criminals. It is a criminal act. It is against our laws. It is an attack on the public order. But I want you to consider for a moment that it goes beyond the victims. It goes beyond the community in which it was perpetrated. It is an attack on every Jamaican. It is an attack on every community. The intention was not only to harm the victims. The intention was not only to spread terror in the local community. No, this act is designed to spread terror in the nation. This is an act of terror.
Now, guys, did he say anything that any Jamaican didn't know? Did he say anything in that will make you think him know him rear end from him elbow? You come to the site of a massacre to discuss one of the most egregious mass murderer that has ever occurred in the country. And you come with little platitudes. You come just pandering to a microphone. Now, this is the main reason. No, I wouldn't say the main reason. One of the reasons why I say Vybz Kartel for Minister of National Security. But let's go back in history. You see, since independence, Jamaica have had about roughly 10 national security ministers. And our security ministers have always been weak, incompetent, limp wrist, retarded, pink drawers wearing imbeciles. Apart the one exception, but for the most part, these adjectives applies to all of them. There's only one exception, which I'll go into in a minute. Cableman, back in the 70s, never do nothing to start out crime in a Jamaica, even though it wasn't so high. I mean, KD Knight was one of the most cowardly individuals that I've ever seen as a Minister of National Security. He extradited to the United States the most Jamaican citizens for pushing drugs. As Uncle Sam sent for them, to put them on a plane, he doesn't even wait for the local processes to go through. I asked KD Knight on a program some very many years ago, about in 1999. He came on Baba Tunde's show, and he had sent away some people, even I think it was some Nemads from Montego Bay. And he sent them away before even the processes has gone through the court, before the normal systems had gone through. And when he went and ready to justify it, and when I asked the man, I came on the program, he was on Babatunde program, and when I asked him why he didn't take a stand, why he didn't stand up to the United States, you know what the man tell me, say? If I've ever seen a gazelle hunting a lion. In other words, what he's saying is, gazelle don't hunt lions. It's lions that hunt gazelle. In other words, I cannot stand up even on a point of principle to the United States. So I am always at a disadvantage. So I'm always just gonna give in. And he did that at the expense of Jamaican citizens not having due process done to them. That KD Knight. Because when they found out that the due process had not been carried out in the extradition according to the spirit or the letter of the law, and Jamaica said, send them back because the process had not been completed. Because him just a fall over himself, same way Jamaicans as US call for them. And even though the process had not been completed, and Jamaica said, send them back, make we finish the process. US said, no, we not send them back. And when US take the people them under one charge, them pin different charge and drop the first charge, which is not part of the treaty. And KD Knight silent on it. That was how cowardly that pink drawers man was as a Minister of National Security. I have not forgotten. You were one of the worst KD night. Peter Bunting, him a call upon one imaginary man in the sky if he could help him. As if imaginary man in the sky ever stop one Jamaican from ever dead or stop anybody in the world from ever dead before. So if you pray and people still are dead, and that same God you go call to pray, to help you, to guide you, to make crime stop. Bobby Montague did the same thing when he came following Peter Phillips, following Peter Bunting. Him asked the invisible imaginary man in the sky, same way if he come help him. So he was not only incompetent and a coward and delusional, but he was also one of the dumbest person in any parliament in the world. Now, we know for a fact, and history backs me up 100% on this, is that Jamaica has never taken national security seriously. No prime minister in this country has ever taken the national security ministry seriously. Portia Simpson, remember, who should put in as finance minister first? Peter Bunting. Take a banker, a man who don't know him assets from him elbow when it comes to national security. And you take a banker and make him minister of national security? But this is the general attitude of all prime ministers in this country. Them hand over one of the most critical portfolio in any country and always give it over as a reward to whoever them feel to give it to. Don't care about competency at all. It is impossible for Andrew Holness to have considered the Ministry of National Security to be of any critical component in Jamaica's development and put a man like Bobby Montague there. And when Bobby Montague left, who input there? The former head of the Stone Crusher gang, which was Horace Chang. Horace Chang, apart from being incompetent, Horace Chang still controls several gangs in Montego Bay. And I can go about, I personally, who had the ears of Dwight Nelson when he was Minister of National Security. And I sat with that man as a minister and detailed and tell him how to solve the crime situation. And the man was such a coward that him take it and don't do nothing, even though we went through it with a PowerPoint presentation and the man say yes. So I go back to the point that all of our prime ministers hand out this most critical portfolio just to them friend for just sit down. So them don't care about national security. Don't make none of these former prime ministers come tell you about them care about national security. All the person, I repeat, that they put in were weak, incompetent, limp-wristed, retarded, pink drawers wearing imbeciles. All of them except one. Now, you're going to ask me, who is that one? And this is where we're going to come to the crunch of where I'm getting with making Vybz Kartel Minister of National Security. Now, listen to this. The one exception to all of that was the Honorable Dudley Thompson. Now, what does Dudley Thompson have? What attributes or what about his history would I take Dudley Thompson out of the lot and make him, consider him as a perfect fit for National Security Minister? Now, I'm not talking about effects he have had. I'm talking about the character of the man. He might be the only one when we see with a character which could have made a difference. Although it couldn't make much of a difference because the CIA turned it up on him to get out Michael Manley, but there you go. But I'm just viewing this from the straight point of him having the personality to handle the Ministry of National Security in Jamaica. And I need to say this. There are two main portfolios in any country that your ultimate best person have to be in at all times. Ministry of Finance and Ministry of National Security. And Andrew, no matter how I cuss you, I'll give you one praise now. You see that man, you're having the name Clark. I personally think we have buck up or this was calculated, but is the best finance minister this country ever had. And I gotta say that without reservation. And it can be proven. We do the maths, we're gonna find that that is true. But I know finance we are dealing with now. We are dealing with the other more critical portfolio, National Security Ministry. Why I say Dudley Thompson was the most appropriately suited Minister of National Security of Jamaica is that Dudley Thompson was a killer. Dudley Thompson killed people. No, and I don't mean him go and go kill people like Vybz Kartel, you know. He was a fighter pilot during World War II. And he worked with he was a pilot for the Royal Air Force. That he was a British fighter pilot. And he was stationed in France. And every day he would go up in him Spitfire and go over Germany and shoot people. Shoot up soldiers, shoot up trucks and cars and houses and kill people. And me personally believe, say, in a Jamaica, you're not supposed to become a security minister if you are no killer. Because handling that ministry is no piece of cake, is no cakewalk. Not in Jamaica. Here, you have to be ruthless. You have to be results driven. You can't be hindered by things like laws and rules and ethics and principles and so on. You have to be guided by the need to get the job done. Because you cannot be claiming that you want to get a job done. And at the same time, you keep on a look round and look behind you and look behind you and go check back the rule book and you check back the rule book and you check back the history of how it did do before and then you go on and go on. If you want to get the job done, just go out and get the blasted job done. So, now we get to Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel a killer. If him become Minister of National Security tomorrow morning, what you think? No gunman in a Jamaica safe. Well, apart from the few where him really are going to have around him still. So, does that mean that once we make him finance minister, he's going to become a good boy and start going to church and all of that? No, hell no. That's not what I'm saying. He will be the same dirty drunkard he is now. But he will be the same dirty drunkard who is making impacts on crime in Jamaica. He would be getting the job done and the job can be done. Look how many people he killed and got away with it. Look how him do and stultify the laws of this country till him now walking free. Mother little weak, incompetent, retarded, limp wrist, pink drawers wearing imbeciles that have been ministers of national security before could not hold a candle against him. Them couldn't find them way out of a wet paper bag. So I now ask the question again, what does that mean? Him would have stopped kill people? And the answer is no. But look at the aggregate. Him a go behind people back and him a go murder 4 or 5 for the year. I'm not expecting for murder more than 4 or 5 for the year. But at the same time, him a go save 600, 700 lives. Now, on aggregate, we are well ahead of the game. I'm a practical man, you know. I'm a practical man. I don't have time for foolishness and think about rules and ethics and laws. Me want the job done. Me want crime to stop. And you put the right person, the most competent person for the job. That's who you put there. And I honestly believe that if Vybz Kartel became the Minister of National Security tomorrow morning, we would see a drastic drop in crime in this country. One does not have to like a person in order to appreciate the good attributes or the relevant attributes that they have that can help you. Therefore, even though my views of Vybz Kartel will not change, I am quite aware of his competency. I'm quite aware of the value he would have to this country. And therefore, I say yes, I will support Vybz Kartel as Minister of National Security for Jamaica. Guys, thanks for listening. I really do appreciate you visiting my channel. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.